red is at the trendline resistance and horizontal resistance. So watch out for what? Watch out for bull trap. So it really didn't drop much, but if you use 15 minutes reversal, your stop loss so tiny. And I already told you where the downside level you need to watch, right? 59.65 and then 59.40, 50 something. So there's really no major support until at least this level, right? So you should just short here, 60, 13 and a half, and stop loss only 4 points. And then you just write it down. Every time you form something like this, or you can short at retest, right? This rally base drop and then retest this breakdown, and then you move your stop loss here, and then move stop loss down, move stop loss down, move stop loss down, and then I will probably move stop loss down more because this we entered somewhere here for NQ. So tomorrow, without looking at profile, this is a profile, right? And when you have big green candle like this, it's a volume gap, right? Volume gap every time. I don't even have to look at chart. I know it's volume gap. We verified this many times. So 15 minutes, what? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's what I meant. See, this is profile. And we just tested whole value area high. And so if you're losing 59.50, then you have a huge gap below with this huge green candle, right? So we have talked about this many times. When I'm not here, you use the knowledge to treat it, right? So if we lose this, and the next level will be 59.20 to 59.04, which is the flip zone here. It's taking a few days to break through this level. And in worst case scenario, we can always come back down even to 57.65. Worst case scenario. Do I expect that? No, I'm not expecting that. 60 minutes, MACD is about crossover to the upside. And then 60 minutes, see, price about one moving average touching another. So as soon as price get about 59.90, we're heading to 60.28, something like that. So tomorrow, as long as 59.50 holds, the upside target is 60.28. In extreme situations, we can hit 60.68. Why is that? Because we already passed 50% of the last weekly candle. And this week it was 2 down candle. So with high probability, we could, I said, I didn't say we will, we could have high probability hit here. But in daily time frame, we are going to see what, 60 to 35, right? So NQ is the same way. NQ, let's look at 15 minutes. So NQ has been a little bit more bearish, and that's why we went long here. So initially, this is a profile, and a cluster below O profile is a support. And that's why we initially went long near 21,200, but it's actually broke below to this cluster, 2170. But now we're already up quite a bit, right? So 60-minute time frame, MACD is about crossover to the upside, and we are uptrend. The blue highlighted We have low, higher, low, high, higher, high. And we made another higher low. Unless price come here, 21450, and come back down and to make a lower high, lower low, then we have to reconsider what's happening. But before that happens, there's really no reason to say this uptrend is terminated. That's why 60 minutes we have upside target is 21 645-ish, right? So we already broke above last week 50%, which meaning we could have a high probability to go to 21896. But what could be the trigger? I don't know, maybe the semiconductor earning, bank earning has been good, right? Bank earning has been good. And if the earnings good, so, and also 2025 gonna have about $1 trillion, $1 trillion stock buyback. And that's definitely a catalyst, right? So anyway, so without breaking this trend, we assume the uptrend continues and it's gonna go to this area. So that's the plan for tomorrow, unless we hit here, come back down, break below this low to this level, then we have what? High, low, lower low. Then things change, but before that, we just assume. So now we have plan for ES and Q, right? Today will be a beautiful day to short. There's zero reason to go long. Unless there is one reason you could go long is like they break out and base, like rally. Okay, then the upside is not very much room. So after this big run, there gotta be some breather. Some people take some profit, like trap, break even people get out. Okay, so that is that, and Bitcoin. This after hitting my wave 4 downside target. Let's look at 240 minutes. And then I said we'll go to 100,000, which we already exceeded 100,000. Let's look at weekly. Weekly, we like two down, right? This is two down candle. You guys know what two down candle is, right? After learning strat for 2 years, a lot of you guys. So this is candle two. One side is inside, this side is outside this candle. And this spring candle, weekly candle, one side is out. Right now, one side is in, right? So two down candle already exceeding the previous weekly candle 50%. So I can say Bitcoin will hit 102,774 with high probability. You can't say 100% for sure that it's going to happen, but it's a probability game, right? So we already know this is wave 5 up. So the target at least 110. And so I said the macro strategy could go to 373. And it hit today 370, right? So even the original call that due tomorrow, it was underwater. You should have profit today. Anyways, but the new ones, we entered from here, you're up $50, $60. You definitely, huh? Already 375? No, I don't see. Maybe I don't see this after 7 p.m. Oh, wow. Okay. So tomorrow, this ticker, don't forget, what is the target? 399. So if tomorrow market is up big, this go to 399, even your last week, what was it? 430 call should be out really big too, right? And then the call I gave you guys earlier this week or last week should be out very big too. So all these positions, Meta, let's look at Meta. Affirm is up yesterday and today still remaining some of the gains didn't give back hints, right? From 24 to almost 29, right? As I said, I'm bullish from 21. So I mean, it's not big, but this thing is so cheap, right? So, well, Palantir, I was bullish this wave 5 up, right? From 64 to 71 something. That's 10% gain already, right? KRE, I have been bullish and it's up more than 10%, right? And what else? So Meta today didn't really drop too much, not as much as Netflix. And this ticker went up quite nicely, but didn't give up a lot of gains. Tesla, let's look at all the mega tickers. So Tesla yesterday said, look, MACD is about to cross over to about zero soon, right? And then price above all the moving averages. So this thing could really go to 500 if you want to. And so far here, retest the support. If market up tomorrow, this should go to 450 something. I saw a lot of 700 call. Must be betting on the earning. So Meta price above all the moving averages and didn't give up a lot of the gains. So upside target is, I gave 645, I think, but this my indicator tells us 660 something. They always overshoot Meta. It's one of the most athlete. If market is sprinting, this thing is like a rocket. Like it's like going up like insanity. So Amazon also price above all the moving averages, and MACD is about crossover to the upside too. So there's really no bears about any of the tickers. So Google, this 3 moving areas just start to like consolidate a little bit more, give a little bit more time. It's gonna go upside. MACD also about zero soon, and then the dropping momentum is slowing down, right? Microsoft, it hit my second level, and it should not lose 405. If it lose 405, the whole trend change. And it up from 411 to 429, almost 430. And look at the upside. I mean, the more it drops, the more I get excited. Actually, I don't get scared. I love good ticker drop a lot more. Microsoft this year can give you 20% return. This is really a good time to load this. And Netflix, does it look bearish to you? It really didn't. I mean, this is the curve. You have W bottom, right? If you say, okay, where are the initial of like impulse move up? Here, and it's not even dropping 50%. So there's no any bearish is in here. And it didn't really test the trendline support either. So this ticker upside, I think it's more than 943. But even it's 943, that's $100, more than 10%, right? Okay. Apple dropped a lot and almost to my third level. So here is the curve. What is the curve? This is the curve, right? So if below, here is the area of interest. This is the area of interest. And so hit our second buying level. So if this ticker start going up tomorrow, market will grow. So I don't know what is the price right now in our platform. And I want this ticker to go up. NVIDIA, so as long as 130 holds, we're fine. If market going up, this should go too. Probably can do one, I don't know, I would do maybe February, end of February, 130 call. Anyways, something like that. And you know, something just remind me, I think I mentioned that, like either ES or NQ the same, you need to take out this trend resistance on 15 minutes. And I just look at the NQ 15 minutes and I saw. So basically 30 EMA serve as resistance. And here it's about to give back some of the gains, maybe retest somewhere 21,200 and then going back up. So anyway, I just saw something and I decided to give a mention. And let's look at S&P sectors, right? So S&P sectors, I mentioned XLB, XLC, at least two in the last two market recaps. Very strong weekly candle, right? That's weekly breakout, right? So XLU, also mentioned XLU and finances, right? See, so when you see ticker like this, right? When I mentioned this weekly breakout, if I'm not here in front of computer, you should know. I also give you every morning what sector leading. You go to find the leader of this sector to go long, right? That's our screening, ticker screening market preparation every morning, 101. That's what I have been doing, showing you guys every day, right? So if market is dropping and certain sector going up, then you want to go long on that sector and short the weaker one, right? So, okay, so UNH, I said daily is gonna have wave 4 down, and I don't know which market recap, which day I drew this red line. It hit to the T and then dropped. So the downside target is gonna be 460, 462 area, maybe the whole gap fill. After this happens, we buy shares again to prepare for the next market drop, and this thing will go higher. Okay, so if you shorted, beautiful, like daily reversal, you could also shorten on 30 minutes. Like I always give you guys examples going long, but you can do the same thing, right? What is this? You can do the same thing the short, right? Perfect. Your stop loss would never, in this case, your stop loss actually being triggered. Because if we short here, your stop loss on top here, then this long leg. And you can, as I said, if you believe the setup is a good setup, you could give another chance to, like, let's say, look at 15 minutes. There is a retest, and this retest is so weak, it didn't even reach here. So when you see Twitter top, this is the Twitter top, like this, you know this is shorting opportunity. And then you can see this dot coming out. Since CBNA, I did mention the sticker. How many of you remembered? I said the California fire burned so many cars, and the used car industry is gonna benefit from this. And look what happened to CBNA. In the last 2 days, from 192 to 237. How many people you know told you CBNA will be benefiting from that and put you on the watch list? And did you do anything about it? Did you actually put on watch list? Like watch it? Look how beautiful that entry is. And even you missed yesterday, look at here. You still had more than $20 to run. Did I tell you how to enter trades? I told you many, many, many examples, right? I mean, how many examples like this I gave you guys? Oh my God. Yeah, I go back to listen to the market recap. We have weekly breakout. I said this is daily wave three. What is daily wave three? One, two. Wave three is the most explosive move, right? So there is a guy, very famous guy called Mark Minervini. And I studied, he's on Twitter too, on X. And I studied his book and his entry and actually made a summary of his book. So he's like, see, we usually do a reversal here, enter at 192.38, but he enters at 207.28. And the reason is like he has contraction one, contraction two, contraction three, and then higher low. And then he trade the breakout. So that's his entry. But our entry actually about at least $10 earlier. So anyway, so this ticker is gonna go back to 300. I mean, you could still enter here. What's look like here, guys? What's it look like? You guys don't just listen. You guys need a pull chart and backtest what I told you, and then just pull 10 charts a day. Then you will see exactly what I see. So what's happening here? Does it look same as here? To me, yes, right? So what did I say RGTI? I said Jensen Huang is not God. His word doesn't decide what quantum ticker gonna go. Maybe there's a first reaction and then the ticker will go back up. Your reversal up, stop loss 50 cents, and see how much money you made. So when I mention some tickers and I'm not here, it's your job to pull this ticker out and using the method that I told you to enter the trade. See, is it perfect signal or what? Look at here, perfect. And then you miss this one, you can still enter here, right? So you literally have more than 100% gain. And I mentioned IONQ at least 3 times. I said this ticker, I can't really chase it. It's always so high. Look at this, beautiful reversal up. So 27.54 entry is about $1. Is about $1.20 stop loss. It never tested stop loss. It went to 42. So that's $15 gain. That's more than 50%. Guys, that's how you make money. You don't. So the ticker I mentioned, I brought an opportunity in the silver platter in front of you, and it's your job to pull the chart out and using the method. Like kindergarten, is it hard to see it here, the signal? I mean, you guys all have PhDs and scientists, so it's very easy method, not many things to look for. Okay, I'll all look at here, beautiful. From 23.27 to 26, that's $3, right? If you put it 20, let's say $2,400 capital, you made $300. That's more than 10%. If you have 10K, some people are always so crazy about option. You don't have to trade option every day. Look, if you have 10K, you bought 400 shares, 350 shares, you made more than $1,000 and then your money capital all back in one day, right? Nice, very nice. QMCO. Did I mention QMCO? Yeah, one of the quantum, right? Look at this reversal. Tiny, teeny, tiny stop loss. So your risk is 80 cents. Your reward is how many? Your reward is $18 versus 80 cents. Guys, how many RR? Most people teach you have 3-to-1 RR. Every ticker trade I gave you is more than 15-to-1 RR. That's how you really make grow your account, right? It's not I don't really give a shit whether you listen to my market recap reporting. To be very honest, I did my job. And if you don't want to do your job and you didn't get this opportunity, and then after this thing run like crazy and you're like, oh my God, I didn't even see. Why not? Why you didn't see? I gave you the stickers and I gave you reason why. Okay. And QTUM, one of the same category. Look, I mean, it didn't go up as much, but it's still pretty nice. The risk is less than $1. Your reward is $7, $5. So still 5-to-1, right? It's not bad. FAS is one of the tickers I give. I don't know which day I gave you. I think I gave to you not yesterday, the day before yesterday. So that's $20, guys. $20, right? 145, 146. And right now is what? 163. So that's $18. $18, this risk is $2.20. And $18, that's 9-to-1. And what is upside target? Upside target is somewhere over here. I mean, is that beautiful or what, right? KRE, we don't have to talk about KRE anymore. So I saw profit taking 1 or 2 entry stop loss. And so it's up pretty nice. Affirm, I forgot which day I gave you the sticker, didn't move much yet. And then SQ, I like SQ a lot. And so it didn't go up too much, but still $5-6. Not bad, right? LNG, LGND, I gave it here is also up $6. Palantir, I gave you Palantir. And I said it's daily wave 5 up, target is how much? So from given to here, you already up 10%, right? Hims up too. So let's look at coin. TMUS. What TMUS doing? Up a little. I think up only like $2-3. But this upside potential is huge. So give it 2-3 months, we'll go. Coin will be the same way, right? Coin follows the I think coin dailies 1, 2, and 3. Let me look at it. The first time target of 552 almost there, coin. So on the look 1, 2. See, I don't even have to look at it. I just know it because when you look at charts, 200 charts a day. I literally look at 200 charts a day at a minimum. You just know what's going to happen. So that's why you guys should look at as many charts as possible. And if I give you a ticker on the watch list, then you watch it on 30 minutes using the tricks I gave you. Treasury yield, I said the yield will drop top, and it did drop very sharp. I think it's daily drop. Let me look at it. Daily TNX. BIB. 等一下 wait, I'll look at BIB. I have always have issue with this chart. Whoa. Okay, so if you haven't cut stop loss at this level, I wouldn't want you to cut it now. And the reason why, look, when we entered the SPX call, and we really thought last Friday would be going back up, and then no, it took 3 more days. And these 3 more days, we didn't panic. Okay, I'm a human too, I'm just one of you, but I try to control my emotion. I don't cut loss at the very bottom. I cut loss when it bounces, right? So for the last 3 days before the ES coming back up, and I said, we'll cut loss or take profit when ES hit at least for 59.60 to 59.80 area, right? So I took it, I acted break even because I wasn't in front of computer yesterday and today. But if you were in front of computer, your SPX call should give you profit and Tesla call and the MicroStrategy, all that. So you don't cut loss. You cut loss either very early. So let's say, okay, so we enter the trade here, right? And then you never move stop loss. You never move stop loss up, and you just always kept, and you didn't take profit. Let's just say that. Or you entered here, whatever you entered. As soon as you lose the pivot point, your stop loss should be triggered because your trade was based upon assumption that this reversal up. But since you didn't move your stop loss up, didn't take profit, now price has come below, this scenario no longer exists, invalidated. Then that's your resistance. You should start shorting it. And if you didn't short it, you at least should put on some cover calls and put on, and that you do not allow, and then at worst case scenario, here give you another opportunity to get up. And then you didn't act it, didn't. Now I wouldn't want to act it now. I want to act it when bouncing. So look at the daily chart. It tells me this could go back to 170 to 181. Then I would wait for 170 to 181. Remember what happened to Lulu? Lulu, we entered and we were trapped for a long time. Look at Lulu. Now my position, is big brain right now. And so if your capital is okay, you're not facing margin call, I would wait for the BIIB. It's a very good company. It's not a bad company. Come back here to acted some and then acted here. And that's it. Like I said, I can't tolerate this anymore. I'm gonna switch to AMD. I'm kidding. AMD is almost as bad as BIIB. So let's look at AMD. AMD pretty bad. So this matter move down. So at least this drop grinding pretty annoying. Let's look at weekly. Weekly, really, so what is curve, right? So the weekly is really here is your curve. So the initial W bottom impulse move when this sticker was 80 something. I remember, do you guys remember we bought 80 at that earning and it went up, that day right there. And I told you guys one of my account is heavily loaded this PMB. And now it's coming back to the origin. So you don't want to cut loss here. You want to cut loss, say, come back to 140, some area, 150, and you really just can't handle it anymore. But monthly, you have low, higher, low, higher, low, high, higher, high. So what is doing here? Consolidating. And maybe a little bit more time. This ticker, I still believe will go back to 250. But need time. So again, going back to time, what is your investment time frame? Okay, I understand. I have a huge position in AMD. Even I hedged it and offset some, but it didn't give me as much return, right? Even hedge helped me to break even or something, but other tickers could have given me 40% gain, and I didn't have that. But doesn't mean in the future this ticker doesn't give you that. So you either cut loss really soon, right away, or you don't cut at the lowest level. You cut it when it's having an up run again, right? So dollar come back a little bit, and gold has been running nonstop, nonstop. This was that day, 5 minutes, I wanted to go long and I didn't go because I was watching the market. Look how much run. When I see things like this, my eyes see dollar signs. Like when I see real estate, like the land and house, especially land, I see dollar signs in the land. Like that's how I evaluate things. Like, oh, how much do you think this land worth? Like, anyway, beautiful reversal up on daily. Anyway, so it's up above the Bollinger Bands. I think probably gonna retrace some. Okay, I think that's all I'm having. On the weekend, maybe we can have a longer because tomorrow we just follow our plan. And now probably gonna come back down a little bit at the resistance. And then I still think tomorrow will run, or I can't believe in no reason it's not gonna have a run for Trump. However, I did see a lot of puts. So anyway, all right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow morning. And good night. Bye.